When you learn at school about HVAC industry, you're not told everything about it. After you finish the school, then the learning began. However, the theory you learn at school and the practical assessments will help you a lot to get involved in this industry. What you will see on the screen, it's a human-machine interface that shows you how a system it is designed and allows you to check the pressure and temperature on every single point. We also use whiteboards where we do hand drawing and we check the system performance and we try to improve the system to boost its capacity, to adapt it for new demands. And despite we do the best we can, sometimes we have our limits. But today I want to keep it simple. I want to talk about a very small and basic refrigeration unit that can be built by everybody. So to build refrigeration equipment, you need a compressor, condenser, text valve, evaporator. You can use a liquid separator or an oil return cylinder. You also need to control the system. You can use an advanced programmable logic control, a PLC, a building management control, a BMS, a designated control for refrigeration, or a basic thermostat. This is up to you. I like complex integration because any fault I'll have with a condenser motor, with an evaporator, fan, with a compressor, or with a solenoid valve will send an input to the programmable logic control, and that will be displayed onto my HMI on this display you see on the lower side on the right hand side. So once you build your system, you have to test it. You have to apply pressure to see if you have a leak. So you check all the pipes and then you will use a nitrogen tube and you will apply pressure as per your system specification. So you will apply as many bars as required into the installation. You remove the tube because sometimes the valve will let him by and you don't want to have the surprise to overpressurize your system to destroy it. Now you have to wait to see if the pressure is dropping. The time, it is related to the size of the system. So let's say you have a leak. You have to identify the leaks. You can use a leak detector, electronic leak detector, or bubble leak detector. And you have to identify all leaks and to repair, because you're not allowed to put refrigerant into the system while the system presents leaks. So that's the toughest job, especially if you have a long run on piping. Well, after you repair the leak, you have to repressurize the system and then you have to wait again to see if you have a pressure drop. If you repair it successfully, you need to bring your vacuum pump, your refrigerant, your gauges, and then you'll attach your gauges to the system. The red hose will go on the discharge, the blue one will go on the suction, and the yellow one will go into the vacuum pump. Now, when it's all tidy, you will start the vacuum pump. I'm using a special gauge. I have to make sure that I bring the vacuum down to 150. Anyway, I want to be 200 microns. That I call myself a decent vacuum. So it's very important to vacuum the system because you want to remove the air, the moisture, and any other foreign gas that you don't want it to be there. That will take time. Don't rush quickly to remove the vacuum pump or achieve the vacuum. Just leave it for a while. If the vacuum is successful, you'll bring the gas bottle, the refrigerant bottle, and you will attach it to the system. You will open the refrigerant valve and then the manifold valve. and you will start charging the system with refrigerant. If the system have a specification, you will know how much to put into it. And you have to be careful. Refrigerant blends, they have to be charged on a liquid phase. Most of them are blends. If they're not blends, it doesn't matter. So you're charging the system with the required quantity. If you have a longer pipe run done on the system specification, you have to do a little calculation, and for every meter to add a quantity of refrigerant. But let's say this system is not longer than it should, and you just put 5 kilograms of refrigerant inside as per system specification. Now, if the electrician doesn't have time to come and to fix your electrical supply, as far as you're concerned, you finish your job. You only have to come back and to commission it after the electrician will sort out your power supply. But until then, you remove the gauges and make sure you leave a note. Be aware the system is charged with refrigerant. And once you do this, until the electrical system will be fitted, there's nothing you can do. So I'll make another video to show you the continuation of this job. Until then, please watch some of the problems I found on the industry. As you'll see here, this is a refrigeration system, incorrectly built, fitted in a wrong location, and to make it worse, the owner of this business is using the refrigeration room like a storage room and is storing there plaster boards, metal, which block the condenser. It's the same customer which use Siemens inverters, variable speed drivers. They also incorrectly set up, but that's another story. The DPM and the DPC switches allow us to check the AHU's airflow and return pressure and have a cross references with the human-machine interface with the HMI, which allow us to see the value of the supply fan. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please watch the other video, which is the continuation of this installation. Thank you. Bye.